Alright, y'all, so it's been a minute since I posted a video for y'all. Sorry, it's been really busy. Clearly, I've been working, and I'm on my last week at Werner Enterprise. And I just wanted to share with y'all, of course, how my experience has been going. As y'all can see, I have been driving Dollar General. Get a better look for y'all. There go the truck right there. Been delivering for Dollar General now for about a month and a half. First half of actually being out on the road by myself with Werner, I was doing over the road elite fleet, and that was pretty much helping AMG or AWG for the most part. I have made a video about that previously, about kind of how that experience was going. I think that was the last video I posted, honestly. But I was doing AWG. They gave me the call one day. It was like, okay, you have the Dollar General account on standby. It's available whenever you're ready. So I switched over because that's really the only reason I came to Werner, y'all. Most people know that if you work for Werner, you want to probably do the Dollar General account because it's the account that pays the most. And so that's what I did. I signed up for the Dollar General account. It was $96,000 a year is what the job description stated. So of course that's the one that I went with, and of course, because it's so popular, one of the accounts that mostly everybody wants, it ended up not being available right when I got out of training, but didn't take long for them to call me back. But anyway, long story short, I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to give y'all a little run through of how it's been going for me. But I would say the job itself isn't as bad as it could be. I ran into a lot of the basic issues, of course, as a truck driver. Breakdowns, which needless to say, I'm actually broken down right now, which is why I'm making this video, and I actually have time to make a video because, yeah, I pretty much just got done at this store here, and afternoon or yesterday evening on my way back to the DC that I was hearing an air leak in my cab. And the air leak, usually it would be coming from like the trailer brakes, but this air leak was actually coming from the service brake. And I knew that because, you know, if you apply the service brake, if you apply the trailer brake and it's not, you know, making any type of noise, and then you release it and apply the other brake, and if you can hear that leaking, then it's most likely coming from that one. And so I'm pretty sure it's a service brake leak. And yesterday I heard it leaking, and it was like real silent. It was just like a real soft. And then today it just progressively got louder as the day went by. And I don't know. I told my supervisor, I'm like, I don't know if I have dumb luck or good luck, because I got through the whole day, delivered everything that was in my truck. This was actually the store I did my sweep at, which a sweep is you're just basically picking up rotainers that was left at the store by other truckers after they emptied all of the products off of them or whatever. And so I did my sweep at this store, and as soon as I left, or as soon as I got here, I noticed that the air was getting a little louder, and my air brakes, or my tanks were like leaking really fast. And so I ended up coming back around the building here, trying to drive out, and it's like my air pressure just did not want to be above 100. And you know anything about truck safety, you have to have at least 120 to 140 psi in your air brake chambers or in your airbags to be able to drive safely. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. And so I ended up turning right back around, knowing me, if I'm gonna be stranded anywhere overnight, I'm definitely gonna have to be somewhere where there's. So first thing I peep when I'm over here, we got a Subway right next to the Dollar General. We got a McDonald's right there. We got a Taco Bell next to that. It's a Walmart over there. I'm like, yeah, I'm going right back to where this Dollar General is. And so I didn't get but maybe like 3 minutes up the road, and I turned right back around and put in my over the road maintenance request. And pretty much you put that in a tablet, and they send out a request to any nearby like shop or whatever service that you need. They'll send it out to whatever nearby shops to come and basically assist you with any repairs or whatever. And usually it's like an air hose. I've had so many air hoses replaced, but I don't really know what they're gonna do about this. But anyway, I say all that to say that there's always some type of maintenance issue. At least what I've noticed working for Werner. These trucks, from the trucks to the trailers, always some type of maintenance request you gotta put in, and you probably be sitting. Good thing is sometimes they will compensate you, which I think is like $70 a day or something like that for breakdown pay, which is better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time they tell you if you broke down, if you're not moving, you're not getting paid. And so the $70 is pretty cool, but not enough, clearly. Like, but just getting more into how it was delivering for Dollar General. Man, these trailers, they for the most part are pretty new, I would say. Now when we talking about the lift gates in the back, I feel like I've had a lot of headaches with those sometimes. I had a lift gate that didn't want to go back in on me. Oh, pause. That didn't sound right at all. I had a lift gate that didn't want to, like, it didn't want to go back underneath. And so that was one thing I had to have a maintenance request on before as well. Yeah, I still don't know to this day why I was doing that, but the gears got stuck. And yeah, what else? There's issues when you're trying to take the rotators off the truck with the nets that they have connected to them, which I did put an anonymous complaint in about these rotators having nets on them, because the nets tend to get stuck to the rotators that are next to them. And if you go inside the truck when it's fully loaded, you'll see that each rotator is sitting in four of them in each row. So each row of rotators is 4 of them, and they all have nets attached to them. So these nets are getting caught on the hinges and the parts of the other rotators that are next to them. So when you're trying to pull them out, you're usually causing yourself a lot of strain on your arms and your joints, especially when you're trying to wiggle them loose, because you literally have to like get to where the net is stuck and pull it off of whatever it's stuck to. That is the most annoying thing about working for Dollar General in particular. I feel like they could be a little bit more innovative with that. I feel like there has to have been many complaints in regards to that alone. Not just me. I can tell you that for sure. I know that's probably the main thing that people have trouble with every single day delivering Dollar General freight. What else? I think that the rotators, honestly, they just need a different type of way of loading freight, period, because the rotators, sometimes the wheels are trying to carry these heavy loads, because these things are about 500 to 1,000 pounds depending on what's loaded onto them. So if you have a stack of waters which are like stacked 5 high in about 3 or 4 rows, that's about almost 1,000 pounds of pressure that these wheels are having to endure. So a lot of these wheels will start to rip up as well, and then it's hard for you to roll them off. Mind you, we're out here in the hot sun every day, at least in the summertime, and it's freaking blazing. You're sweating, dripping. By the time you're done with one load, you're literally soaked like you just hopped in a pool. And bright side, just being a person like me, I like to exercise, I like to sweat, I like to be active. And so doing that is not really the hard part in this job. If you're a person that likes to move and you're a person that wants to get fit and in shape, that's the perfect part about this job, the best thing about this job. But if you're not, this job just really ain't for you, period, because it's a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, just imagine being in the heat. Even if you are a person that likes to sweat and likes to work out, you still get frustrated when you're hot and you have to deal with all of these little things, the ins and outs of pulling these rotators out and them getting stuck, or a rotator falling off of the goddamn lift on you because the flap to hold it from keeping it from coming off of the lift does not come up and it goes back down, and then you have a whole rotator just like fell out on the ground. And it could be waters, it could be a bunch of canned goods, it could be whatever the case may be. You have to stop what you're doing and literally pick up all of this stuff and put it back in the rotators. So it can be very, very frustrating. This job can be very tedious, for sure. I would say it's not for the faint of heart. That's what I will say. If you are not a person that can easily adjust to frustrating situations, or if you're very impatient, you probably don't want to do Dollar General. Okay, I feel like the pay is decent for the work that you have to put in and the things that you have to endure, but it's definitely not enough. I feel like we should all be getting paid what trainers are getting paid already to train other drivers for Dollar General. We should just automatically be getting that, because it's excruciating. It really is. It feels like slave work sometimes, and definitely feel like you may be underappreciated sometimes. But it's just one of the things, like, you know, I feel like Werner is just a stepping stone job for truckers, because I don't really know too many people that has really stayed at Werner. It just kind of seems like a place where you get experience. They hire you on pretty easily. The process is kind of seamless, you know, and you get your experience and you get out the door. And so that's pretty much typically what I did. It's what I'm doing. Like I said, this is my last 2 days at Werner, I think I told y'all. And I'll be going to a new local position in Kansas City where I live, and I will be working for a company that does deliveries for like Walmart, Price Chopper, Target, all of the local grocery stores, Aldi's and stuff like that. And I think they're like a contracted company for those places, because, you know, they obviously all have their own like trucks, I believe. But I'll be working for them local. I'll be doing mornings, and I'll be pretty much, I have the same schedule I have now, working throughout the week and off on the weekend. So it's gravy, and I'll probably be getting paid about the same amount to do infinitely less than what I'm doing here at Dollar General. So I'm happy about it. Do I regret working here? No, I don't regret it, and I do appreciate Werner for having such a seamless process for their hiring. And I do feel like it is a place for you to learn a lot, especially when it comes to certain things that you're going to run into as a truck driver over the road. The things that you're going to have to experience as far as like the truck itself, maintenance issues, drivers that are also out on the road, you know, all of the little hiccups that you really need to learn. I feel like this is a good place to be. I feel like I've ran into a number of things since I've been here, and it's only been 5 months almost that I've been working at Werner, or maybe 4. But no, I don't regret working here. I feel like it was a great experience. I still got to do a lot of things in my short time being with them, and made some pretty good money. It may have taken a little while for the ball to get to rolling on that, but once the money really started to come in, it did start to come in nice. And it's kind of unfortunate and a little bittersweet that I'm leaving now, because the money is like really been looking good lately. But I'll be going to an hourly position where I'm going, and so that's even better for me. I know that my money is guaranteed, whether or not you know, I'm working, or whether or not I'm broke down, whatever the case may be. I won't be doing as much active work, but I'll be home, so I'm able to go to the gym again, work out at home, lift weights, do the things that I want to do, and I won't have to be on the road sleeping in the truck all the time. So yeah, that's my experience with Werner. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work my last 2 days being broke down right now, but hopefully they can get this situation figured out for me, so at least I can make money for my last day, which will be tomorrow, Friday. And well, I should get a trip tomorrow maybe, and then if I don't, then I'll maybe get a trip for Monday, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, yeah, that was just my little short update. I'm sorry I didn't really get too much footage on the job for y'all. You know, doing this job, you got to be quick. If you want to get back and you want to get a new load, you have to make sure that you're utilizing your time wisely. So yeah, that's another thing, okay? If you think you're gonna take breaks in between doing this, you can, but you'll be out all night. at least until 7 p.m., 8 p.m. trying to get back, and you might not get a load for the next day. So if you want to get another load for the next day, you have to be quick. You have to be one of those people that's going to sacrifice eating all morning and all afternoon to get your load delivered, and then you eat in the evening, go to sleep, wake up, and do it all over again. But yeah, my advice to you guys would just be to always look at the bright side. I mean, I'm saying things that may sound negative, but honestly, it was been a pretty positive experience once you get over the little hiccups and you learn to deal with some of the headaches of this job. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say, y'all. And if y'all ain't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Press the like, share, comment. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you plan on coming to Werner. And I'll see y'all on the next one, y'all, and update y'all on the new job. But that's it. Peace out.